Die Hard with a Vengeance. I love this movie. This is probably the best third installment in any franchise ever made. God, this is good. Oh, I love this movie. I love this movie. Every time I watch this movie, I never ever get disappointed. I love it even more. My thoughts on this fantastic installment and one of the best action franchises ever made. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
And here we go.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. Released in 1995, the first installment in the Die Hard franchise. The return of John McClane, Bruce Willis, as his partner in this one, Samuel Jackson, and villain Jeremy Irons. This film is very special to me. This was actually the first Die Hard film I watched ever in a series. I watched this a few times as a kid. It used to be quite a few times on ITV when I was a kid. This one, so I had a lot of memories as a kid watching this film. Saw this film before even one, two other installments. This is the first ever Die Hard installment I watched. Might have been also the first time one of the first Bruce Willis film I ever saw. I saw this before. I saw Fifth Element on Sixth Sense and Unbreakable. I knew one of the first Samuel Jackson films and Jeremy Irons as well. So this is the first, a lot of, in terms of lists in this film. First Die Hard film, one of the first Bruce Willis films I saw, one of the first R-rated films I saw, one of the first Samuel Jackson, Jeremy Irons. I have just a lot of memories of this one. And this film is very good because it's rare for a third film to be this good. Usually, a franchise with sequels goes down and downhill, gets worse and worse and worse. This is the one where this is actually definitely better than the second one. I won't say it's good as the first one, but definitely better than the second one. A very rare where a third installment is actually a pretty damn good sequel. This is also directed by John McTiernan, who directed the first one, so familiar director, familiar face, so taking his finding back to his roots. And being like a close-knit environment in New York City. And in the twist and plot twist, well, so basically the story is John McClane is forced to team up with Samuel Jackson, who's a shop owner. So Samuel Jackson is a regular civilian, he's not actually a cop himself, which adds more depth to the story. You have an everyday man in Samuel Jackson forced to help Bruce Willis and take on his mastermind criminals, Jeremy Irons. So basically in this film, he's a bomb in New York, and the person behind it who wants Bruce Willis to do something for him. So he goes to the Harlem neighborhood and he has a racist, sandwich boards, which attracts Samuel Jackson. So Jackson saves him from the gangs. The man's gonna kill Bruce Willis with his racist sign. Then one thing is that's another. Jeremy Irons then wants Samuel Jackson joining the fun in Simon Says games. As an intro to the plot twist, we find out that Jeremy Irons' character is actually the brother of the villain in the first one, Hans Gruber, played by the late great Ali Rickman. So it's revenge, hence why I had Revengeance, because the revenge is the revenge of the brother. So it is I mean, to the title, I had Revengeance. Interesting title, interesting plot twist. But I love this movie. The chemistry between Samuel Jackson and Bruce Willis is electric. They have such good chemistry. Well, at first they can't stand each other, then they go on to one with each other. There's one of those shit. They can't stand each other, then they go up to we have to rely on each other to solve Simon Says, riddles, puzzles. And Sammy Yanis is a good villain as well. Sarah Giles is actually a good villain as well. And he's got a good henchwoman as well. this is the first time where I saw like a henchwoman played by singer Sam Phillips. Her name's Katia, who's mute. I didn't know that she can be mute. I thought you were deaf. I think if you're deaf, you can't talk. But I guess people the people actually they can hear, but actually can't talk. I just thought yeah, if you're deaf, you can't talk because you can't hear. Anyways, she played a mute female fatale, right hand woman of the Jim Irons. She has a presence that she does eyes. She has don't F me eyes. She will slit you for a hesitation. Because you find out the plan is to rob New York Federal Reserve of 100 billion, how much? 100, 140 billion? 130 billion of gold billion from the Federal Reserve, which makes them like infinite rich, infinite wealth. It's like brother, trying to rob America of its fortune. But there's not a single thing worth in this film. I love this film. It's one of those films every time I watch it, I never get bored. I love it each time. 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5, better than 6. In some ways, I'm only one. Actually, some ways I like this more than the first one. I think the first one has a better it has Alan Whitman. If it was for Alan Whitman, I would say this is the best in the franchise, in my humble opinion. Because Samuel Jackson is such a good bud partner, or such he brings so much energy to this film. Bruce Carver. I mean, Bruce, I'll kick your ass. I just love this movie. I say this is close. The first one's the best, but this is close second in the franchise. And I think what makes the first one better is it has a better he has Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber. He was a fan of Alan Rickman's Hans Gruber. This would definitely be the number one in the franchise for me. Number one. And up until the fourth one, this was the highest goes for our box office. This was the highest grossing film of 1995 as well. Made almost 400, or just over 360 million worldwide. Let me check. Yeah, and was the highest grossing film in the franchise until Die Hard 4.0, which was released 2007, which was 12 years after this one was released. So this film did very well at the box office when it first released and deserved. This is a great, fantastic action film. On your edge of the seat, one thing after another, a few plot twists. You don't, nothing's quite what it seems in this movie. Nothing's quite what it seems. There's a lot of twists as well. Interesting as well. The end in this film, it's not that we should end in plan. I think if you get the director's cut, no, I'm not sure director's cut. If you have the DVD or Blu-ray of this film, there is an ending, which is a much darker ending where John McClane, well, you find out Jeremy Irons does escape with the billion. The Bruce Willis gets fired for failing the capture. I think, gets sacked from the police force, NYPD. He locates Jamie Irons' character at a cafe, and he sets him up in a bomb trap. He basically ties him to a chair where he's strapped with a bomb, and he blows him up. Which is a much darker ending, a much more brutal ending. I've actually seen that ending, but then they decided not to go over it because it shows Bruce Willis as too dark for the character John McClane. John McClane is a badass, but not brutal, MUF like Blade and Punisher, and other characters. The ending in this film, though, I quite like the ending. Would I prefer in the end of this one? The actual ending is still a decent ending. I don't have a problem with the ending. He still wins and outsmarts him. Outsmart, Jim Ryan managed to outsmart him. Yeah, but like I said, you haven't seen this film. Like this film's such good because I love Jay Irons as a villain. I love the action scenes. I love the chemistry Samuel Jackson, Bruce Willis. I love this film. Every time I never ever get fed up watching this film. I have so many memories. Like I said, it was the first Die Hard movie I watched ever, even before the first two. Maybe the first Bruce Willis film. I think it's either this or Fifth Element. But yeah, I think definitely first Jermaine's as in live action because obviously Lion King, Scar, but I think this first definitely first Jermaine's film and definitely the first Samuel Jackson film as well. I think I saw this way before I saw Pulp Fiction. So I had some in memory, and then one of the first R-rated action movies as well. Saw as well this one. This because I love this film. Everything about this film. I love. I love. There's a rumor that they were trying to make a sequel where Bruce Willis teams up with Samuel Jackson character again, but never came to fruition. They did Die Hard 4.0, and then a couple years afterwards they did upgrade to Die Hard without Samuel Jackson's Zeus character returning. But would a minor sequel with Samuel Jackson's Zeus character returning as a partner? But I think it's too obviously that happened now because of Bruce Willis watching retiring from acting due to dementia. But without a sequel, very rare that sequel in the franchise is this good. I can't think of any third films that are this good. But maybe any idea Last Crusade and Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Those are third excellent installment. I'm trying to think of other third films that are good as this. If you can name any, you can put them in the comments box. Trying to think of any other third films that are as good as this, other than In Age of Last Crusade and Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Like, I can compare to the third films that's brilliant. Captain America Civil War, yeah, Captain America Civil War, you can argue that. Civil War, excellent for installment, Civil War, for Ragnarok, Spider-Man No Way Home, in Avengers Infinity War. Yeah, but I said this is brilliant. That event are brilliant. I said it was for Alan Rickman's hand screw, but I put this even above the first one. I dare say I'm one of the few that I put this above the first one. It was a four. The Green Alan Rickman's hand screw, but I just love this film. I love this film. I can't say a bad word about this film. It's just pitch perfect, action masterpiece. One of the best action films of the 90s, action classic, 90s classic, Bruce Willis classic, Samuel Jackson classic, some giant grind classic. Oh, one classic. Oh, I just solid action flick. I just love this film. Oh, I love this film. I want to get a movie poster as well. This, I may eventually get a movie poster. This one, in particular. I just have so many memories. The childhood favorites, man. I have because I watched this. It's a childhood favorite. Even though I say the first one that it was a better movie, but this film, I cherish film. It's weird because I cherish this film more than Die Hard One. No one else is going to agree with me, but I have more fun memories with this than I actually do with Die Hard One. But it's objectively, Die Hard One's a better movie, but this one, I have more cherished memories of this one. You know what I mean? I cherish this one more than Die Hard 1, even Die Hard 1 is a better film and it's still the best in the franchise, but this is a close second. And for buddy cop movies, one of the best buddy cop movies ever made. Excellent chemistry, excellent duo. Zeus Carver and John McClane, excellent duo. Like I said, 10 out of 10 better than 6. Die Hard a Vengeance. This film. So this is a classic in every sense of the word. Excellent sequel. One of the best sequels ever made. Brilliant. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Adios amigos. Bye now.
Stay here. I'll be back.